Our adventure this time takes us to Coromandel Peninsula, located in the North Island of New Zealand, where we head out to discover Slipper Island, located just off Tairua. So here we are, just getting loaded up to go to Slipper Island. This is our chariot, the Slipper Island Express, Slipper Express, and we're just loading up the multiple amounts of gear that we've got, you know, filming, kayaking, all that, and even freediving and spearfishing has lots of gear associated to it. So yeah, anyway, super excited. We're going to be going out and staying on Slipper Island for the next 3 days and fishing from our kayaks. It's going to be awesome. And we're out on a Kickback Adventures. Check out the website, and I'll put that up at the end of this clip later for you. Have a look on his site, and this, I'll be talking to Graham later about what he offers people when they're going out on an offshore adventure and staying on an island. It's pretty cool. It's a short boat ride out to Slipper Island, and although it's only a couple of kilometres out from the mainland, when you arrive there you'd think you'd landed on a tropical island. Crystal clear waters greeted us just 50 metres away from where our accommodation was. This place was paradise. This is the view from our lodge. Looks beautiful out there. If that's not enough to put you in the mood to go out on the water, nothing is. With the gear unpacked and a break for some late lunch, it was soon time for us to get on the water. Wow, how's it going? Day one of our epic adventure out to Slipper Island. I'm just about to get in for a bit of a dive and a snorkel. I thought I'd take advantage of the beautiful clear conditions out here. Looks pretty nice, looks pretty clear, and I'm pretty excited. I'm going to have a bit of a look around the coast here. I've found a nice little patch of water that's quite calm. There's a good swell running about a metre at the moment and building, you know, so I thought I'd just use the first day before it really gets sort of building to get out and have a bit of a browse around diving. So yeah, we'll see what happens, but we've got 3 days out here staying at Slipper Island Lodge. And you know, we're super excited. I'm out here with Damien Trounsden and Jeff Force, and the boys are off having a bit of a fish around the place while I jump in and have a bit of a dive, see if I can find a crayfish or something. Who knows? We'll just check it out. So we'll see what happens.
you were being watched. Have you ever seen that big green light in the sky? Have you ever wondered if vampires transmit?
Well, that was a little bit non-eventful. There's quite a few fish around. a lot of small stuff, but in general pretty quiet. This swell's making it a little bit tough. It's a bit surgy, but no crayfish around, you know. Quite surprising considering this area is really bouldery, lots of overhangs and that, all sorts of areas that crayfish really like, but yeah, nothing here. And I know this area has been had a lot of pressure, and in fact this whole area right around to Auckland is like that, so it's not surprising that there was a lot of cray numbers here. But we'll move down the coast and we'll see if we can find something further down. Despite searching long and hard, the crayfish eluded me, with the exception of one undersized one. The afternoon was rapidly disappearing, and it was my last dive on a shallow reef nearby to where we were staying. I smashed up some kinner in a likely looking spot to see what would come in, which would turn out to be a couple of sandagger wrasse and a few small snapper amongst others. Moving along the reef, I started to find a few better snapper. Then, on one of my last dives for the day, I spotted a real stonker of a snapper who quickly moved away out of my range. While this was going on, Graham from Kickback Adventures was back at the lodge getting our dinner ready, and as the sun went down, we sat down and enjoyed a delicious meal. It's first thing in the morning, day 2, and we're just having a coffee up at the lodge, and already there are dolphins in the bay. Way cool. You can see one just there in the distance. There they go. Awesome. What a great sight to see first thing in the morning on day 2. Slipper Island. Yeehaw. Super pumped this morning. We're going to get out shortly. We're just having our morning coffee, and then it's time to head out and chase some fish. Well, good morning. Day 2 of our Slipper Island adventure, and we're just about to head out. It's early in the morning. Not as early as it should be. We got up early, but by the time we had a few coffees, set up and everything, it ended up being a bit later. But yeah, we're about to get out there now and see what happens for the day. Well, as you can see, we're right amongst a whole lot of birds working. This is cool. And there's plenty of sign on the sounder. You know, I don't know whether they're trevally or kahawai schools, but there's kingfish in amongst them. You know, hopefully some bigger ones. There's a few rats here, obviously, and it's that time of the year. You know, this time that we're out at the moment, it's December, you know, and traditionally a lot of the fish are really slow on the bite because they're basically they're in the spawning sort of mode. So, you know, it's all about just making the most of these little advantages like this work up in front of me here. And so, you know, I'm not sure whether they're trevally or kahawai, but yeah, I'm going to put my jig down here and have a bit of a go.
I've got another one in a minute.
Well, there we go. Jeffrey's straight in. We just saw this bit of a work up here, and basically, look at that. It wouldn't be far off being legal, that one. It's a fat little chunky fish, eh?
Oh yeah, it's still good laugh in there. 18 metres. Oh.
That was on the Zest Jig, eh bro?
Yeah, on the Zest Jig. Kingy number 3 of the trip. I know we just need to get a decent one.
Absolutely, but you know, I wouldn't mind having a bit of fun with these guys on some light tackle actually. Would be quite good, eh? So, you know, there is some bigger fish here. So I'm going to drop this down. I got this green jig. Oh, these are kahawai. So I'm going to drop this jig down. Who knows what's with them, and that's the thing. I've got a stick bait there too, but yeah, I'm just going to try the jig because Jeff hooked up on a kingy just before on a jig. So yeah, we'll just keep trying. They move pretty quickly, these fish, so you just got to try to keep up with them, and it's pretty easy in this kayak, I've got to say, to do that. You can keep close to these schools. Nothing. Here we go, a bit of sign down there now. It's quite crucial to use your sounder when you're doing this too. You know, just look at what's below you, and that looks like some likely looking mark there now. So, oh, I just got a hit on the drop then. It was interesting. Oh. Looks like Damien's hooked up over there, so I better go. Just had a bit of a call over from Damien about he's hooked up on a kingfish, so let's go find out what he's got. Looks like a pretty good one too. Awesome. Damien's into what looks like a reasonable kingfish. Hopefully, because we know there's a lot of rats around at the moment, but yeah. So it was a good move to come over these workups, eh?
It was.
I had a feeling. Don't ask me why, but I had a feeling.
I was surrounded by kingfish.
Awesome.
You could see I was standing up.
Yeah.
I could see was kingfish.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And some good ones in there too, eh?
Oh, most of them are rats, but there was a couple of decent ones in there.
Oh, cool. Well, hopefully that's what you've got here. Because we've had orders that we've got to keep something for sashimi, so this might be it. I'm hoping.
There it is.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty alright fish too. Looks like a good one to keep and eat, mate. Possibly, yeah. Yeah, that's a good fish. That's perfect eating size, eh? They always go nuts, these kingfish at the side of the boat. Great fish, mate. Woohoo! Fantastic, look at that. Sweet. We were thinking about keeping this kingfish, but we've decided that we're going to let it go and chance it and hopefully pick another one up. So
see how good we are. Right,